How far? So good. I hope so. Welcome back for the fourth segment of this video. We stopped at all persons that want to live in a nation requires a submission to laws. Okay, which means submission always implies the presence of power. So it means that when we talk about submission, something must be more powerful. And when that is more powerful, you understand why you have to be subjected to it. Now, let me balance this question. Who will you be subjected to, man or the Almighty? What part of you and part of the society would you like to be subjected to? What type of practices will you like to be subjected to? Because that is what laws will shape you into. Laws would like to shape you into certain activities that will best fit for the maker of the law. So that is what it is. So law preserves anything. Law is not there to kill or frustrate. Neither is law there or available to make you obsolete or look like just a new school. Law does not make you look like not a guy man. Laws came to preserve you. For example, check your phones. Your phones comes with a manual. The manual is there as a guide to help the proper functions and the durability of your phones. So it is to every gadget you have in your rooms. So it is to every items which you have, you buy out there. So it means that whenever we talk about law, about the leadership and the led, we understand that when people cry out for law, when people cry out to implement the law, they cry out for preservation, because embedded in that law, if it is the right law for the right nation, it preserves that nation. So it means law is the key to a successful living in any place, in any situation, in any function and operation of any activities or anything. Football's got rules today, and that is why you see a ref at the middle of that field when he's not playing. He's there to guide, because if he don't guide, football will become something else. So with this to every other sport we have today, that is why every vehicle comes with application of brake. Law is a brake in activities. Laws are caution signs. Law are like headlamps. They are like brake lights. They are like protectors. They are like our doors and our windows. That is what law is. Law is far from what they have painted it for people to understand, because most religious activities have made people understand the wrong effect of law. And that is why today, when you talk about law in the society, people don't see it as their personal thing. They see it as a thing that is outside them, whereas law is internal. Law is oppression obeyed on internally. We obey to laws because we see it as things that preserves us. Now let us read the Bible portion that says about law, what Christ himself, Yahushua, said about law in the book of Luke chapter 16, verse 16 and 17. It says, "The law and the prophets were until John. Since that time, the kingdom of God is preached, and every man presseth into it." So the laws are there until John, and the kingdom of God have been preached, and everybody is striving. So law comes to test abilities. So in 17 it says, "It is easier for heaven and earth to pass than the title of the law to fall." So it's easier for this heaven and earth to pass than anything in the law to go off. So you see, when you want to obsolete the law and leave out law, it shakes the environment. It shakes heaven, it shakes earth, it shakes the society, because Christ made a proclamation. Yeshua made a proclamation. Say, it is easy for heaven and earth to pass away than a title of a law made to go off. We're free making laws. We know how to make laws, but we don't know how to preserve it. Now let us see briefly what laws and principles comes to do. Because the permanence of law is in Luke, so nothing cancels law. Nothing cancels law. Now let us read. Laws and principles protect products. Like I told you initially, it protects us. And when things are being protected, we preserve them. They are preserved for tomorrow. We are out there crying out because we want to preserve a generation. There are people that want to annihilate generation. You are there, you are old. You are no longer procreating. And people who should be procreating are being killed. It means there will be no next tomorrow. And nobody's doing anything about it. You're sitting on the seat of leadership. You're paying attention to what you only know or what you want. Whereas there are things that brought you to leadership position. There is a book that brought you to leadership position which you're not listening to. There is a principle, a law that made you a father. There is a principle, a law that made you a mother. You don't just become a mother or father by chance. You became a mother because the law of nature, the society demands that he who is born must born another. So we have a lot of chairs out there. We have a lot of automobiles out there. We have a lot of companies and houses duplicated out there because he that made one made another. So when you see people crying over things, you need to pay attention. Know that something is changing. They're trying to protect today because today is tomorrow. There is no tomorrow without today. So as individually living out there, we have to do everything possibly enough, strengthened to establish whatever functions we are establishing. So laws and principles serves the product. The law is there to serve us, we the individual. The law of the Bible is serving us. He's there to let us understand what to eat, what should be on our table, what to work with, how to live on, and how to walk on. Everyone is calling on laws. Restore the law and order in the country. Restore the law and order of the country. Yes, in as much as we have refused to restore the laws of the Almighty in our homes, in our thinking, around us, in our policies, in our governmental ideas, in our development, even building houses and the rest of them, even in marital lives, it means nobody will restore yours unless you start restoring that which nature holds, because that will come on the natural aspect to solve the activities of man. So it means the function of every nation is guaranteed by the laws they make. The function of every association, the function of every group, the function of every community is guaranteed. The functions, their activities, their livelihood is guaranteed by the laws that guides them. Now let me ask you, what law is guiding you? Which of the laws are you obeying? Which of the laws are you listening to? Sorry, I'm making this video to 10. But it's very, very important. It is as important as the water we take in every day. The laws that guides us. It's very, very important because laws made us enjoy life and live without regrets. Today we are crying out there in the streets because everybody is regretting. Why? Had they been the laws are restored in the right way, the laws of God, everybody understands what the Almighty have held for mankind. None of us will be regretting whom we have voted into power. We violated many things. So by next time, in the next video, I'll print out more things laws does and how we violated them. Shalom.